All right, you guys, I do apologize. There's a little bit of a delay between this first part of DD's route and the second part. I kind of just took a break. I had some things going on, and I thought it would just be better if I just took some time for myself. But now we're back. We're back to DD's route. I know how excited you guys are for this. You want to know what this warm, soft sensation on Ray's arm is. I know you've been dying to know. I left you on a cliffhanger. Let's go ahead and find out what it is. Is it Michiru? Or is it DD? Who knows? Now that I think about it, it's been a while since we've slept together. Good morning, Michiru. What is this? What? What? Am I gonna have to censor this? This is pretty lewd. Not Michiru, but Dee. What's she doing in my room? Wait, this isn't even my room. What the heck am I? Oh, this is Dee room, huh? I could discern where I was easily enough, but why we ended up sleeping together completely escaped me. What the hell happened last night? Well, it's not like I couldn't remember at all. I was still groggy, so piecing my memories back together was difficult. Definitely don't drink, okay? Guys, don't even drink alcohol. This is what happens. You end up with DD. Let's see. I was playing games with DD and then Edie clung to me tightly, a soft, pillowy sensation upon my arm. Such was the sensation of her breast. Dee had lamented the size of her breast, but it didn't matter one jot to me. He's based. He doesn't care what size of boobs. They're large enough, aren't they? There we go. That's the spirit, Ray. They're large enough. Not only that, but girls really are soft over every inch of their bodies. Damn it, get a grip. Dee stirred as if to rub her breast against my arm. Okay, Ray, not every little thing she's doing is to rub her breast against you, okay? Does this mean we spent the whole night together? That kind of made me feel elated. I don't even know what you just said. Ah, crap. If Dee woke up right now, wouldn't it put me in a bit of a tight spot? We still have time, you can go back to sleep. That's right, go on now. Good night. Oh no. Oh no, this is what I can expect from Dee's route, guys. This is the perverted route. That's one less thing to worry about. But it was extremely dangerous to be sleeping together with Dee this way. Anyways, I just need to get out of her room without waking her up. I'm totally expecting Michiru to walk in any moment. I'm just waiting. She called out to me sweetly, clinging to me all the more. Her softness and aroma enveloped me. I needed to get out of here, even though I knew I did, I couldn't. I was on the verge of beginning to think of doing untoward things. Doing untoward things towards Dee. Worldly desires, be gone! My thoughts were about to veer off into places they really shouldn't, so I reined them in. To brace myself, I took a deep breath, causing me to freeze up as a sweet fragrance filled my lungs. Oh, what the hell, there's no painless way out of this. Now, is he gonna do the base thing and just push her off? Or is he gonna just, like, kind of slowly ease her off? Be a gentleman. To escape the temptation, I closed my eyes and held my breath. I felt a squeeze around my thighs as I finally broke free of Dee's clutches. Ah, free to last. Ooh, we can see inside her room. I don't think we've seen it in here before. I wiped the sweat from my brow as my breathing began to return to normal. I then placed the blanket over Dee, averting my gaze from her all the while. The sight of Dee in a disheveled maid outfit would definitely be strike one. And strike two would be for my sense of reasoning. One more strike and I'd be out. Dee slept away without having noticed my internal struggles. Even when a guy's in her room, she still has her guard down. I felt a bit worried, but just as I was about to sigh, a sense of deja vu hit me. My handheld game console and pocket watch lay right beside the pillow. Slowly but surely, my memories bubbled back to the surface. That's right, after all the gaming, we both ended up taking baths. Did we take a bath together? Am I gonna have to censor this too? Then, after we finished that individually, we still had free time, so we opted to keep playing. We'd even talked about how much fun it was to stay up late, reveling in that kind of secret was pretty exciting for both of us. Then, as we kept playing, Dee eventually dozed off. With no other choice, I took her back to our own room, and that was the last thing I remembered. I guess it's a good thing I was tired and still had capacity for a reason. I knew we did nothing but play games last night. Outside of that, no memories of anything indecent involving Dee Dee came to mind. It would have been one of a tight spot if I'd given into one of those 3 basic human desires. Hey, at least we weren't sleeping in the same bed when she came in. I'll take it. I'll take it. This is a win. Wow. Now I'm in one hell of a tight spot. Oh no. Oh no. It's the super sweet smile like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. Strike 3, looks like I'm out. Could somebody throw a mulligan here? Michiru, what brings you to Dee Dee's room? Hey, at least she was gonna be honest with what she was gonna do. I know she kinda held back, but at least she was mostly honest. I got a clear picture of what she was planning. It just doesn't even count as a correction, Hell. You just made it sound worse. I wish she had just refrained from doing stuff like that instead of trying to hide it. Yeah, I was too busy creeping into Dee Dee's room, apparently. So now you're correcting yourself. Maybe she pays a little too much heed to my words sometimes. Well, I was waking her up. That was what it was. I don't like that face. It reminds me of that filter that's going around. I don't know if you guys seen it on, like, I don't know where you'd watch it, like TikTok or Instagram. And it has the filter that makes your eyes look a certain way. They look very similar to Michiru's right now. Not what you think, alright? Yeah, I know. She's such a lazy maid. I'm just coming in here to scold her for staying up too late. I heard she was playing video games. That's what it was. She was playing video games super late, and I came in here to scold her. Clearly, I'm the master of this house, so I have to take pride in my maids, and she's just not doing her job. I told you we were just up late playing games last night, okay? Hey, that's none of your business. Video games. Ménage à trois. If you don't know what ménage à trois means, don't bother. You don't need to know it. You're probably not old enough. No, but I have a pretty good idea of what it's insinuating. Okay, no. I'm gonna stop you right there. That is not true. And I don't know, the way they say things like that kind of makes it seem like they're continuing on from other routes. Because I'm like, she always calls herself the wife in the other route and then calls Dee Dee the mistress. It kind of makes a reference to that. I'm wondering if that's going to be the big plot twist. Like, all the routes are connected, by the way. You know, the pocket watch just kind of like rewinds time, but like fragments of the other routes kind of leak into them. I don't think that that's going to be the case. I really want it to be, though. If it is, I'll be very excited. I think that'd be a cool twist. Because I feel like the concept of routes, they could do so much more with it. Like, some routes, like, just kind of bleed into each other. And then some are just completely separate. I would like a one where it's kind of, like, all intermingled, but you don't know it is. I think that'd be cool. Then explain what the meaning... Wait, on second thought, I'd rather not know. No? What, are we going to church? Like hell you will. Dee Dee, don't say that. Dee Dee, don't say that. That sounds like something else. It's your sister's prerogative to not be involved in my relationships. You're both wrong. Wait, sleep talk. Dee Dee's still asleep. I need to wake her and explain. Wait, I can't do that. If Dee Dee wakes up right now, this is just gonna get even worse. Ah, screw it. When all else fails, be kind and rewind. Yes! We can rewind. That was one thing I missed in Michiru's route. I think I said that kind of last episode or at the end of her route. I don't remember when I said it, but I was talking about how I kind of missed that the pocket watch wasn't more of a factor in it, just because of the whole little Michiru and everything. I would have liked to see the pocket watch being used more, and I've kind of missed it. But at the same time, it's kind of cool that they had a route where they didn't really use it too much, but it was still involved. So you can't really say it wasn't there. There we go. My emergency escape with my pocket watch was a resounding success. Using the momentum, I broke free from Dee Dee's grasp. I quickly pulled the blanket over her again, taking care not to look. Now all I have to do is make sure I don't leave any evidence I was here and I'm in the clear. I think Michiru mentioned she stopped by my own room first. Bumping into her in the hallway would be pretty hairy timing, but I still have about a minute to spare. Right. I managed to get back to my room without being spotted. It would have been nice just to go back into bed, but there's no time left. I will guess pretend I just got up. Now then, just take a deep breath and act casual. The door slid open as she spoke. Good morning. Yep, just doing my morning Japanese stretches, you know, just... And then we gotta do the windmill, you know, we do the windmill. We do the toe touches. I don't remember all of them, I'm sorry. Yeah, wait a minute, given how you said good morning like that, could you tell me if I was awake or something? You know, Michiru, for as perverted as you can be sometimes, stuff like this is actually really cool. Like, I think there's a lot of, like, respect in that. Like, entering the room, saying good morning. You know, sometimes you're a good sister. And I wish you were like this more often. Just this, though. I just want that. I don't want any of the other stuff. Okay, never mind. I take everything I just said back. It's all retracted. I don't, never mind. Maybe give concealing your real intentions a try sometime. Okay. If that's saying what I think she's saying, let's just move on. Sorry if you don't understand that. Don't even try to. We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna continue. Yeah, the weather's nice. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really nice morning. Yeah, I'm not even gonna dignify that little comment for response. There's a lot of, like, low-key, like, very perverted comments in here. In any case, talking to her was quelling my anxiety somewhat. Anyways, like I said, good morning, Michiru. Okay, at Michiru's request, I remained silent. She raised her chin at me. Oh no, oh no. Mission failed. We'll get him next time, boys. We're found out. Oh, okay. Here's what we can do. Just play it off. We were playing video games with her last night, and that's all we did. Gosh, yeah, we were such fools. Such fools, we didn't realize that she would find this out. Fragrance, what are you, a dog? Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Michiru, what? Dang! Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite lines in the whole game. Okay, I gotta take a screenshot of this. This is pretty freaking good. Yep, definitely saving that moment for later. Oh, okay, that's one of my favorite lines in the entire game. That's so good. Can't you just settle for being my sister? I love it. I love it so much. That was so, like, out of left field. I did not see any of this coming. Like, this was so out there. Yeah, no, that's not what we did. No. We weren't sleeping together. No, that's not true either. Okay, it's kind of true, but... Can you read my heart? What are you doing? Cold reading? This just reminds me of No Game No Life when he's like literally like seeing a visualization of their heart and it's like cold. How does that prove anything? I certainly couldn't do anything about the smell of the sound of my heartbeat. This has already been such a great start to this route. So good. Okay. No matter how far I turn back time, there was no way out of this inquiry. At least she couldn't catch me at the scene of the crime. That was my sole consolation. Honestly, I gotta say, I think that whole line right there was probably better than the majority of the things in Michiru's route. And I think that's great, because it's not even a part of her route. It's just so out of left field. Our sister calling herself our bitch. I just didn't expect that at all. It was so good. I ultimately had to tell her every last detail, starting from when I'd confessed to Didi the day before. It did seem to make Michiru stop her sulking, but evidently both Michiru and Misaki were among the students who caught wind of all those rumors the day before. Having taken my behavior over the previous 2 days into account, she had evidently guessed it was what she thought it was, so she relented. That's about the gist of it. Thanks to all the talking, the morning routine was pretty rushed. Since Didi slept in, she ended up running into my room in a rather flustered state. But apparently she had already woken up before, which meant she had gone back to sleep and woken up again. Now that I think about it, she wasn't in her pajamas but her maid outfit. As I watched Michiru nagging away at Didi about everything, the only thought that came to mind was good grief. But anyways, by the time we'd gone to class, it wasn't much of a problem anymore. Instead, another problem arose to take its place. As are all these visual novels. There's always another bigger fish to fry. Finished. There were a lot of different meanings behind that utterance. Ray? My guy? What do you mean there was different meanings behind finished? What do you mean? What are you doing at school, huh? Yeah, apparently he was doing something else while he's trying to be in school. That's kind of sus. Ah, there's plenty of things, and I just didn't write in it at all. Indubitably so. The last class went in one ear and out the other. Guess those copy notes from someone else later. Let's just say it's complicated. Hey. Alright. Well, it's a good thing I just finished. Hey! I figured he was saying that and like, hey, what are you saying? Like, what are you doing? But I was like, hey. I thought that would sound more fun. She just blurted it out in front of everyone. Let's just pretend that Ray is actually like super flamboyant. I think that'd be a much more fun angle for his character. Well, not like I care. Heck off. Okay, don't say it too. That's not ladylike. Wait, not you, Didi. Never mind that. You know homeroom isn't even over yet, right? I'm just expecting her to do that, like... There we go, I did it right the second time. No, we don't do that in these visual novels. As soon as we fall in love, classes are just... We just yeet and delete those. They're gone. We don't care. Education? Nah. It just all works itself out in the end. I will say, and I know I keep mentioning it, I'm sorry, but Clannad did a fantastic job of showing what happens after this kind of like happily ever after that most of these novels have. I think they do a fantastic job of like going further with it. I just haven't seen many that do that. And y'all recommended me some, so before you start typing comments, I did see your comments before about some novels that do the same thing. I will look into those at some point, but I just have such a big list of novels I want to play. Like, you guys have recommended me quite a lot. I have some of my own that you have not recommended that I want to play, And then I know you guys want me to play like Muv-Luv. I think there was Grisaya. Is that what it's called? I know y'all want me to play that at some point. I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy, that's a time commitment right there. I have some other games that are coming out soon I'd like to play. So, just not enough time, man. Not enough time to play all these novels. Looks like DVD and I are in the same boat. Makes me happy to think that she's excited for it, but it's kind of putting more pressure on me as well.
DD さん、ノートも取れてないでしょ？おー、日本語ベリーベリー難しいですね。もう、そんなんじゃテストの時に苦労するよ。
Is that not what you're supposed to do?
ほら、
Well, frick.
してあげるから。
That'll explain some
家で写し
things.
てくること。わかった？ Yes, sir. 調子いいんだから。
Yeah, I was the kind of person who would just kind of like cram in all my setting last minute so that it would actually like stay in my mind, and then I would go take a test. Seeing Makoto out of the corner of my eye, I covertly slipped my blank notebook out of sight. Guess I'll just ask Didi to let me look at those notes too. Frickin' Sans. Alright, I always want to call Shuji Sansui, because he's the only one that says Sansui, so I always think like, oh, it's his name, but it's like, no, his name's Shuji. And he calls us Sansui. I liked his smug look at the end there. It was nice. Anyways, regarding the little date in question, our choices of where to go were limited. Given Didi's lack of resistance to the heat, as well as the time we need to get back home by, and obviously the kind of thing she's interested in, one option came to mind pretty quickly. What would Didi be interested in? Are we gonna go on the monorail? I think it's gonna be something to do with that. Maybe we're gonna go shopping. Let's just see. I will say, guys, that this novel has a very, very bad habit of reusing locations. Like, they're not very creative. They kind of introduce maybe one new location per route, and I think that's about it. And then you generally don't see that location in the other routes. Shopping for clothes and accessories, maybe. Or stepping into a cafe for sweets. Certainly these were good standby plans that ordinary girls would undoubtedly be interested in. I just want some more variety, you know what I'm saying? I feel like 9-9 had a good variety of locations. Like, they reused a lot of the same, but they would always introduce new ones as well. Or at least spice up old ones. How about that? Didi is definitely no ordinary girl. Resounding through the air was not the chattering of girls, but a myriad of electronic noises. The area sparkled brilliantly, not with frilly accessories, but with brightly lit monitors and LEDs. I do think it's cool that Didi is like kind of the character that's into video games. I feel like they tend to do a trope like that, where one of the girls is really into games. And I feel like they've done it in a kind of a nice way. It's not like a constant focus or anything. Didi's character is interesting, to say the least. So they've kind of made her the gamer, kind of perverted girl, which I think is kind of fitting. I think she's definitely like the Sunohara of ChronoClock to me. She's definitely like a comedic relief type character. That's right, the arcade. Wonderful! Oh, well, I'm glad you're this excited. I didn't expect a sweet, gentle mood from her anyways, but I still felt a little, ambivalent. One other thing I would like to see more in this is I would like them to change their clothes a little bit more. Like, why are you still in your school uniform? I wish we would have, like, gone home and changed so it felt more like a date. Like, having a date in your school uniform? Maybe more common in Japan, I guess. No need to rush, the arcade isn't gonna up and disappear on us. I don't know, is that some, like, obscure reference to this game, you know, because this whole game's about time? I think they will. Those are pretty rigged, so it's not like they're ever gonna run out of stuff. And if they do, then that means they made a frick ton of money. Even if they were limited prizes, I doubt they run out back quickly. Well, if you're not willing to waste any time, I can empathize with that. That's how you know we're true gamers. We're min-maxing everything. We have to maximize the amount of time we have.
これは協力プレイも期待できますね。
That'd be a cute date. Okay. Yeah, we can do some co-op. I think I can at least do well enough not to hold you back, though I didn't have any idea of how good she would be at playing games. I wonder if they have any arcades like this in the UK. I would think so. I mean, they have arcades like this in America, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't in the UK as well.
ちなみにご主人様はどんなゲームが得意なんですか？
Adept is hardly the word for it, but I do like rail shooters and fighting games. See, now that's not my forte. I think if I was going to choose any game that I'm like maybe decent at in an arcade, is probably a racing game. I like racing games a lot, just because they're fun to me. Oh, and claw machines are fun too.
それはいいことを聞きました。ご主人様、私の代わりにチャレンジしてください。
Sure, what were you looking to try? Also, I just noticed she still calls him master even though they're on a date. That's like the kinkiest, weirdest thing that she could do.
こっちです。
I don't know. I have a feeling Dee Dee is very kinky too, just because they seem to make her very... They put her in a lot of positions. She reminds me of Mikan from Danganronpa 2, if you know who that is. The, If you played the game, you'll know what I'm talking about, the situations that she gets herself into. Very taken advantage of character. Anyways, he took my arm and pulled me over to the cabinet. Oh, geez, don't tell me she's going in for one. I think she is. I would totally hate it if it were right. I hope she's just going for one where she'd be able to score a cute plushie matching keychains.
データくん、このプライズが欲しいです。
Don't call me that, but yeesh, she really did go right for this
アニメ
one.
版の限定フィギュアがあるんです。つまりニューフェイスが登場したよってことですね。
Man, you really done your homework with this stuff. Did she pick this arcade just for this? If she was looking forward to it that much, then I guess I won't stop
ダ
her.
メですか？
I wasn't saying that. I couldn't help but smirk at the hobbies Dee Dee was into, but all the same, I wasn't giving up on her. It was just part of what makes Dee Dee who she is. Still, this one's pretty tough.
そうですか？
Given the other cabinets a once-over, I spotted some others that were easy to win at. I think that one over there gives me a little more confidence. Dee Dee gazed at the one I pointed to, but she just tilted her head in
確かにファン
response.
シーでキュートなものですが、こう何の作品かわからないとピンときませんね。
I mean, I think that's fair. It's like you're not gonna like try to win a prize you don't even know what it is. Ah, I see. Guess I can't argue with her logic. Dee Dee, I know you're an otaku and all, but you still have much to learn. Well, it's not like she grew up in this country, so it's only natural, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of people outside Japan that know quite a bit about, you know, anime and light novels, visual novels, manga. Maybe even more than some people that live in Japan. So I wouldn't say it has anything to do with where you live. I definitely would say either speaking Japanese or speaking English is probably going to be your best way to get into a lot of that stuff, because I feel like those are probably the two languages you'd find the most, like, content in, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like Spanish, too. I would put Spanish in there as well. I guess that's why our knowledge of otaku jargon and references is kind of skewed that way, too. Well, I guess it might be better not to say that she has much to learn. I should just be glad that she hasn't fallen in too deep. Amen. Yeah, you don't want to fall too deep into all of this stuff. Then you'll really be a weeb. You don't want that, do you? Definitely don't have any weebs who watch this kind of stuff. So I want to have a go at this one. After looking around a bit, Dee Dee settled on her first choice. Why do you have to say it like that? Why would you say that? No, you can't tell a guy that. No, you can't. No, don't tell a guy that you'll do anything he wants. Never, never, ever, ever. Don't word it like that, please. It was probably just a Freudian slip on her part, but it gave me quite an uneasy feeling. Hey, pulling that big soulful eyes routine on me is illegal. She probably hasn't intended to do that, but still, such destructive power. If she was this insistent, she really might end up doing anything, I asked. Sugar on, love. Geez, alright already, I got it. I'll give it a try. I said I'm gonna try. I can't promise you I'll be able to get it, alright? So, don't thank me just
いえい
yet.
え、これはトライしてくれることのお礼ですから。ゲットしてくれた暁には精一杯ご奉仕させていただきます。
This freaking route, man. We've had so much from Didi, so much from even Michiru. Just these really out there comments. But we're just gonna keep going. Don't say things that people can misconstrue.
誤解ですか？
Is she playing dumb or does she just genuinely not realize what I meant? She's a confusing one. Never mind, it's nothing. Anyways, like I said, don't thank me just yet.
しかしですね、ご主人様。
Can we just do the crane game, guys? Can we stop making these innuendos and insinuations of things? We're on a date today, so just go with the flow here.
おう、そうでしたね。デートでした。
Yes, it is, Didi. Don't tell me you forgot. Well, I guess this kind of ambiance isn't very date-like anyways. I think this was fine. Especially for a first date, it's very chill. I wouldn't say this is cheap. I feel like this is probably a very expensive date, but just because I know arcades are just meant to suck the money out of you. Wrinkling my brow, I mulled over how to go about getting that prize Didi wanted me to. Seeing me like that, Didi got a little panicky.
そうじゃねえですよ。毎日がデートみたいに楽しいので、今日も特別だけど特別ではないと言いますか。
And there we go. Those are the best type of dates, where you're just having fun, and you can make it anything. I mean, I think it's fun to, like she says, like today's special also, yet also isn't. Every time is special for her. I think it's still important that you make time for those ones that are like really special, that like kind of stand out from the other ones. But I think that's great if you can make every interaction, you know, and every time you go out and do something together and a date, and you can really spend time together and have fun. I think that's great. This means you enjoy being with the person, and if you're gonna date somebody, I would hope you enjoy the person. You're not just with them because you like their physical features or something, you know? It's like you genuinely enjoy hanging out with them. They make you feel better. They make you a better person, right? You mean how you're always elated.
日本に来てからずっとウキウキ気分です。
Huh?
ご主人様やお嬢様や学校のみんなと一緒だからですね。
I see. Those must have been her true feelings. I wanted to tease her, but I was no match for Didi's sincerity. Yeah, I feel like she just genuinely feels that way, and that's great. Like, I'm glad she's just happy to be here, and she's enjoying herself. She's learning a lot of new things and experiencing the culture. Plus, I'm still quite naive. I found myself feeling a little embarrassed and happy in response. I feel the same way, too.
ご主人様？
Every day has been much more fun ever since you came to our house. I just want to thank you for coming to Japan, for coming to meet me.
どういたしまして。お礼を言われるとは思いませんでしたので、ちょっとびっくりしました。
I think if we weren't in such a kind of a weird setting right now, this would be like a great time for them to kiss. Don't think it'll happen, though. Yeah, I guess it's pretty late for that, but I still wanted to say it.
それもあるのですが。
Didi seemed about ready to say something, but ended up pondering
お
over
礼
it
の
for a
気持ちは
second.
プライズ品で十分です。
You're really determined to get that, aren't you? Well, if you're that determined, let's just leave it for later. I mean, we'll have to carry it around and
わ
all.
かりました。
Well, that nice little mood back there sure did fall to pieces in an instant. Didi gave me an affirmative response, but her gaze remained dead fixed on the crane machine. Or more accurately, she was staring at the prize inside the case. She reminded me of a boy staring at a trumpet on display in the window of a shop. It took a great deal of effort to get her a good distance away from that thing, both in a sense of physical proximity and of thoughts about it. 5 minutes later, somehow I managed to get her interested in something else. Didi was feeling up for something which entailed a little bit more physical activity. Nice. So we walked around searching for something of that sort. What kind of games do you like to play, Didi?
ご主人様と一緒に遊べるのがいいです。
I think Didi's gonna like playing DDR. Because, you know, she's already got part of it in her name, she just needs the R. I suppose you did mention that earlier. Then would you prefer something co-op or head-to-head? I think you could do something both. I mean, while I was lost in thought with Dee Dee walking beside me, she suddenly stopped in her tracks. Her gaze had been caught by the cabinets of racing games set up in the...
ご主人様は
Yes!
ああいうレースゲームは得意ですか？
Freaking love racing games. Not actively trying to get better at them, I guess.
家
You?
で遊んだことはありますけど、マシーンに乗る機会はなかったですね。ですけど、イギリスのファームではカートも運転してました。
A card, so the real thing then.
Yes! なのでそれなりの腕前だと思います。
So even overseas, you wouldn't need a license to operate a vehicle on private property. Well, I suppose other countries would have a pretty wide open farmlands, and a cart wouldn't be the fastest vehicle around, so it'd probably be safe. Oh yeah, especially like here in America, in certain parts of the country, like you go kind of the heartlands, so kind of the middle of the country, especially in the South, there's a lot of people that own golf carts and things like that, or they own like ATVs, four-wheelers, things like that, and they just drive around in those. I think it's perfectly normal, and sometimes they even drive them on the street. I think it's legal to do that if you're just going kind of through neighborhoods. You can't take it on like the main road or anything, but if you're just kind of going on a side road and through neighborhoods and things like that, yeah, a lot of people do that. Undoubtedly have the feeling of a nice casual stroll through an idyllic countryside.
レースゲーム以外にもいろいろありますね。
If you want to play something together, there's token games and quiz games
お
too.
お、クイズですか。エクセレント。現代の隠れたホームズたる私の頭脳をお貸しいたしましょう。
All right, yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Oh no, I wanted to see her give us jewels of information.
Why?
Ignorance is bliss, and some things are better left unsaid. What do you mean? I wanted to try it.
ご主人様、体を動かすのは得意ですか？
Wouldn't you like to know? I like to think I'm pretty good. I've been playing that dance game over there since the first version came out.
グッドです。
Yes, they're doing DDR. I knew it. I knew they were gonna play DDR. I had this feeling. She's adept at dancing and whatnot, is she? She hardly seems to be full of
では
stamina.
ご主人様、準備してきますので、ちょっとここでウェイトしていてください。
Alright, we'll wait over there. Get ready. So I asked, but Didi had already started walking away. I noticed that she was headed to the restroom, so I didn't press the issue further. I waited right at the entrance. That just looked suspicious, so I retreated a little bit further back to wait instead. Is she gonna change into something else? I have a feeling we're in for a treat here.
お待たせしました。
Never mind. Why would you change into your maid outfit to play DDR? I feel like that would be even harder than the school uniform. Wait, what's the maid get up? So when you said getting ready, you didn't mean doing your business, you meant getting
この
changed.
方が可愛いからです。
Yeah? I guess? I don't see how that's relevant to playing DDR. See, wait, no, this isn't even a valid
メイ
reason.
ド服は私の戦闘服ですからね。
Your battle armor. Like I said, that's not a valid reason. Even if it wasn't, it seems to be reason enough for her, so what the hell, I can indulge her for a bit. More importantly, right now, I needed to get us away from all the attention. Alright then, what's your actual reason for changing into your maid
マ
outfit?
ジと書いて本気だからです。
Capital S for serious. Alright, got it. That's serious with a capital S. You got the order all wrong.
清掃でゲームに挑むのはジャスティスですね。
Yeah, cuteness is justice and all. Flat is justice. Get it right, Ray. Still no point in wearing that here. In fact, I'd rather you didn't.
ご主人様、遊びでフルパワーを出さないのはゲームに失礼です。
I'm not saying you don't have a point, but you gotta be conscious of other people too.
What? なんだか注目を集めてませんか？
Once I motioned her to look around, Didi realized the situation. Spectators had gathered from quite a ways around. They were whispering in hushed voices. Didi just stared at them, looking rather confused. As she did so, her skirt gently fluttered with the breeze. We're inside! What do you mean, breeze? That's the most anime thing I've ever heard! There is no breeze inside! The way she tilted her head so gently had a certain charm to... There is no breeze inside! unless we're like close to an entrance, I can see if you're opening and closing a door that goes to outside right next to it. Yeah, that'll create a breeze, right? But I don't see any doors in here. What do you mean a breeze? They're just trying to create an excuse for like a panty shot or something. But the fact that Dee Dee herself was oblivious to it was turning into a problem. Does she have no self-awareness at all or something? Her own no-frills charm and her lack of awareness of the same were certainly parts of her charisma. I had a hunch that mixed in with some of the excited stares were some frigid ones as well. Ah, so this is what it's like to attract jealous stares, is it? Felt quite a sense of superiority, and that was no lie. Well, you know. It was no lie, but more importantly, I felt quite profoundly uncomfortable. She'd always been calling me that, so I guess it had totally slipped my mind. My classmates were one thing, but for complete strangers to hear her address me as master. You're just now realizing this. I pointed this out like 10, 20 minutes ago. Ah, well, can't you just call me something else? I thought about saying that, but being known as some mysterious master sounded like the safer option. If the people around us right now were to think we're some kind of odd couple playing at master and servant, I can live with that. Nah, it's nothing, just forget about it. It wasn't like I didn't have the feeling I was digging myself even deeper than before at all, but Hakuna Matata, I guess. Hakuna Matata, it means no worries. More importantly, are you gonna actually dance in that getup? Yeah, okay. Sure you do. Couldn't trust a word she said, but I guess the least I could do is keep an eye out. Heading towards the cabinet, I could hear mumblings from some of the other customers who stopped to watch as we passed by. That's a good point. A maid cafe. Dee Dee would probably like to go to a maid cafe. I feel like that's something she would like to do. This is giving me really big vibes of Natsume from Cafe Stella when she wanted to go visit a maid cafe to kind of get an idea of how they act and how they're like. So we went to that really fancy one. Those were the bulk of the comments I heard. I certainly wasn't getting a feeling of idle curiosity from them. In fact, most of the remarks I heard were about how well Dee Dee's attire suited her. I found myself feeling happy as if I was the one being complimented. I mean, I don't blame Ray for feeling like to have his girl that he's with look really nice and then people are noticing her, that just makes you feel better. I think that's what they call a trophy wife. What do you mean? What do you mean a maid in Japan is... You bet your ass she's real, not like I could say that. Expecting my own home, maids are something you never see outside of television or the aforesaid maid cafes. I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's probably accurate. You wouldn't just see them in public. Maybe in Akihabara. I feel like Akihabara you'd see them a lot, but outside of that, maybe not. Certain few people in this crowd were giving off some rather strange vibes. Excitement seemed to be in the air as if someone had spotted a famous celebrity. Of course, neither Dee Dee nor I were celebrities, so it must have been a case of mistaken identity. Oh, so apparently she's been here a few times before. Kind of a little celebrity. They call her D2. I feel like there's maybe a few plays in that, like D2. There's 2 D's in her name. I wonder if that... I don't know, I feel like that'd be a stretch to make like a Dungeons and Dragons reference out of it, but... Gossip spread around like wildfire. Before I knew it, everyone within earshot recognized her as that blonde-haired gamer maid. Dee Dee? Yeah, what's going on here? Not misunderstanding things here, am I? Are you seriously that famous? Or rather, this isn't the first time you've been here. A while, my aching ass. I heard them saying how you cleaned out all those high scoreboards. A while, eh? the very least, she must have spent enough time here to play every single game at least once, one by one. Calling it a while was definitely a subjective thing.
それよりご主人様、早く遊びましょう。タイムイズマネーですよ。
Never mind time. There's an issue here that money isn't going to solve.
そんな時は体を動かして悩みを忘れましょう。
Guess I can't argue with that. Dee Dee and I did come here to play after all. It was probably best to pay no mind to ever watch us and just have fun with Dee Dee for a little bit. Come on, Dee Dee. Heading to the vacant arcade cabinet, I fed it a 2-players match worth
私
credits.
の分までいいですか？
Hey, we're on a date. At least you can at least leave this much to me. And we know Ray is not hurting for money, okay? In return, how about I leave the choice of song up to you here?
私がセレクトまでしてもいいのですか？
I hope it's a very weep song. Nothing too hard, just something we can both have fun playing. Besides, I'm out of practice, so I'm nowhere near high score ranking
Don't
level.
worry. 今日の目的はハイスコアのゲットじゃありませんから。
It's the crane game prize figure, right?
それもありますけど、それ以上にご主人様と一緒に遊びたかったのです。
I see. I wanted to play together, such a simplistic phrase, but one that deeply warmed my heart. The warmth spread through my entire body as I felt my heartbeat running faster. My guy, you are in public and you got people watching you. Control yourself.
前に一人で来た時よりご主人様と一緒の方が何倍も楽しいです。まだプレイ前なのにドキドキしてきました。
Me too, I think. It feels a lot more fun with you. Made me anxious and I had a feeling that things were going to get even more fun. And that didn't just apply to games. Nice. She always makes me feel like I'm having fun. Whenever we're together, I can't help but think that my life is going to be even more enjoyable. She makes me want to entrust myself to those feelings of elation.
それではご主人様、Are you ready?
Are you ready to rumble? Do, 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 do. Oh, thank goodness. I can actually show this. It's not completely perverted. I was like, oh no, as soon as I saw it coming on the screen, I was like, oh gosh. Especially after what happened earlier, I'm like, gosh dang. This game in perverted scenes. And then apparently it has a little bit of nudity too, as we found out last freaking route. Oh boy. Time with the peppy, vibrant beat of the music arrow scroll on the screen. So listen carefully to the music. I stepped on the panels in time with the beat. I just want it to be known that I am absolutely terrible at DDR. I've played it a handful of times and I just doesn't work. My feet and my head not working together at all. Just have the sole of my foot against the panel at the right moment, then take one quick breath. Though I started a little rushed, I managed to rack up a good streak of points with that, and he
出だしは
misses.
好調ですね。ご主人様。
I ought to be able to handle this much at least. But with the crowd you've attracted, that could be a
と
problem.
言いますけど、ご主人様は気にしているように見えませんよ。
Kind of embarrassing, but I won't be able to have fun if I feel conscious of
うん、
them.
その息ですよ。
Yeah, I'm exactly the same way. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm being watched, even if it's something I know how to do pretty confidently, like, I just get nervous. I don't like having people, like, supervising my work. Or just even if I'm just doing something that's just pretty casual, I guess. Having someone, like, looking over my shoulder just makes me, like, really nervous, and I can't really focus on what I'm doing. Ignoring the stares that fell behind my back, I returned Dee Dee's smile. Besides, if I ended up missing with you around, I'll end up sticking out more.
おう、ご主人様もマジな雰囲気ですね。
What? You know what a douche is, right? That's wrapped up like a deuce, but I bet you said that on purpose. Dee Dee moved her feet in accordance with the music and the timing of the steps. In contrast to my own awkward movements, Dee Dee kept up a perfect rhythm as she stepped on the panels. And evidently she was skilled enough to be able to check on me concurrently as well.
ご主人様、この後は要注意ですよ。
I'm fine, this is no- Whoa! In contrast to the rest of the step chart, a barrage of notes scrolled right
で
by.
すよ、ご主人様。
I'm trying, but isn't this a little bit too up-tempo?
ノリのいい曲とリクエストされたので、アレンジモードをチョイスしました。
Hey, I thought you weren't aiming for a high Shit, I missed.
ご主人様もできそうな難易度じゃありませんか？それにほら、楽しいですよね。
It is fun, but come on, it's not like I enjoy punishing difficulties or anything. Playing side by side with Dee Dee was such great fun. Dancing in synchronicity with the rhythm felt wonderful. After all, we were both facing a challenge together. And most importantly, it really was fun playing together with Dee Dee.
ここで前半戦が終了でございますよ。
Just as Dee Dee said, the stream of notes were beginning to come to an end, and I put all my effort into those last few steps. And finally rest. As I caught my breath, I recalled how great the feeling of fatigue and sense of accomplishment was. Though it was only a short break, I was still grateful to even have one at all. Dee Dee, how are you? Huh? I turned to Dee Dee with a smile, but the smile quickly changed to a serious expression. Dee Dee was gazing at the floor, clutching her chest and stomach while wheezing heavily. I wondered if she felt incredibly hot after moving around so much in that maid outfit, but her complexion seemed to be closer to pale than a feverish red. This wasn't the typical level of exhaustion I'd see from her. It made me think more of an athlete who just spent every ounce of their energy running a long distance in the year's marathon. She getting sick? Hey, Dee Dee, are you okay? She couldn't even respond. I was about to step down from the platform out of worry, but Dee Dee held her hand up to stop me. Dee Dee took a long, deep breath and stood straight up. You're really okay?
ちょっと全力を出しすぎましたね。
Dee Dee smiled as she spoke, but still looked a little exhausted. That made for one less thing that I had to worry about. You push yourself too much, no matter what you do, though.
ご主人様の前だから調子に乗りすぎてしまったかもですね。
Just don't scare me like that,
気を
alright?
つけますが、楽しいこと、好きなことにこそフルパワーです。例えば観客がたくさんいますし、こんな感じです。
Cut footloose, kick off your maid shoes. Dee Dee repeated a few of her original steps as if she were addressing the crowd. Of course, since the game was on a short break, she didn't rack up any more points, but the crowd around us still raised their voices in excitement. Well done. I ended up clapping without even realizing it. The crowd followed suit and Dee Dee waved back to them in response. Still, I doubt she was intending to give the peanut gallery a show right from the start. This just made things more fun for her. As if I was enjoying myself, she'd be enjoying herself too.
さあ、ご主人様も一緒に踊りましょう。
Alright. My own embarrassment, hesitation at people watching, my lack of skill, dwelling on things like that was pointless right now. Instead of weighing myself down with such things, it was better just to let my mind go and have some fun. Just as Dee Dee had said, right now the time was apt to make fools of ourselves. Watching you is fun in its own way, but doing it yourself is just as fun
私
too.
もそう思います。
Upon seeing Dee Dee's smile, that sense of shame I'd been clinging to for so long disappeared just like that. We kept bantering as I remained fully aware of that smile on my face. I trusted my body to the flow of the music. Maybe people were laughing at the way I was flailing about, but none of that mattered in the world that Dee Dee and I were in. Even when the arrows appeared once again, she and I continued to dance with smiles on our faces. We forged our own beat together. Our faces were all smiles because we were having so much fun. Seriously, Dee Dee, aren't you a little too good at
イ
this?
ギリスではあんまり外で遊べませんでしたからね。そういう時はこうやってゲームで遊んでましたから。
As she spoke, she nailed a cross over turn and the chart, causing her skirt to flutter up like a flower in the breeze. Hey, Dee Dee? Paying no heed to my worrying, she naturally brushed her fluttering skirt back down with one hand. She winked to the crowd playfully as it had been a part of her performance. Oh my gosh, Dee Dee, like you are quite the entertainer here. I feel like Dee Dee's the kind of girl that would be a streamer, or like an e-girl. That's scary to think about. Sheesh, quit provoking me like that, will ya?
見ていいのはご主人様だけですからね。
Yeah, I mean, you kinda did this morning.
ご主人様、ステップが乱れてますよ。
Dee Dee jokingly pointed that out, so I quickly refocused my
それ
attention.
に見えてもいいようにちゃんと下に履いてますから。
It doesn't look like you're wearing anything.
ご主人様は安心していいですよ。
She literally reminds me of Aqua from Konosuba, where it like looks like she's not wearing anything at all. And it's like it's kind of like a Schrodinger's cat. Like, is it there? Is it not? Who knows? She's got me wrapped around her finger. She was leading me on both physically and emotionally. Yeesh, you have a knack for taking the piss while giving everyone a good show.
どうしましたか、ご主人様。
You're talking about that perfect combo of yours.
イニシャルの D はダンスでもありますからね。
So they are playing on this. DDR, DD, you know, it made sense.
私の代名詞、そう DD レボリューションということなのですよ。
What did I say? What did I say? They're just throwing it out there now. Oh no, you didn't. I just had to retort at such a silly pun. My expression quickly softened and turned back into a smile.
さあご主人様、ラストスパートですよ。気合い入れて。
Alright, I'm trying. Even though she spurred me on, I didn't feel a hint of pressure. Rather, it was the ardent feeling of motivation. It was the faith in the face of such a challenge. Right, when I'm with DD... Damn right. Even if I screwed up, I wouldn't take it as a loss. I'd smile even at the most trivial things. With DD by my side, I had a gut feeling that everything would work itself out. And if I ended up feeling this way, then surely... I got this. Up, down, left, right. I continued to step in time, returning DD to smile all the while. Then as I hit the final crossover turn... DD and I high-fived each other. It was a gesture which made me truly become aware of my own feelings. I, Rei Sawatari, had fallen in love with Dorothy Davenport. That was cute. I like it. It was nice to see them having fun. I feel like when you're in a situation like that, that's what you gotta do. Even if like people are watching, you just gotta... You gotta make it fun, you know? So I'm going to end it here. I think this is a good high note. Let's leave it at that. They just had a good time. They had a good date. They had a lot of people watching them, which was funny. We had a few funny moments. We had a CG in there. 2 CGs already, so that was nice. I like when there's CGs, mainly because I need them for thumbnails. But I like being able to see them like visually like showing how much fun they're having. And I think that was good. I don't know. This route's going pleasant. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect from it. I'm still kind of expecting to see some kind of twist in here. I wonder if there's going to be some drama or something like that. But for now, it just seems like they're having a good time and getting to know each other and just spending more time together in general. And it's paying off. We've kind of learned a little bit more about Dee Dee. Apparently, she's an entertainer. She likes to put on a show for people. And she's really good at what she does. She likes to play games, and she's just really good at them. So I think that's a good episode. I think we'll call it there, and hopefully next episode will be just as good. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you next time. Have a good one.